Hello everyone, I wanted to make a quick video on my configuration setup that I have in Sierra Charts. I have been getting a lot of requests on people wanting me to show how I'm setting up these indicators and so on that I use for day trading, but I can't get everything done in one video or else it's going to be a really long video. So I'm going to make it in smaller videos and cover certain things one step at a time. So the first thing you want to update in Sierra Charts is updating the tick data to 1 tick. You want data to come in exactly as it's coming in and not delayed by even a second or two. You want live data. And how you do that in Sierra Charts is you go to global settings, you go to data trade service settings, and everything you should probably keep by default as defaulted, but the only thing you change is the intraday storage time unit. You want to change that to 1 tick. You'll definitely need a slightly better computer, specifically CPU, to handle this, but you don't need anything super crazy CPU wise to be able to have the setting run successfully. You might see some lag with if the market is going to be very volatile and your CPU is not going to be handling it, but I don't really have a super strong CPU. It's about a year or two old, and I've never had issues even in volatile markets. So I would definitely recommend setting this to 1 tick. And if your computer can't handle it, I would highly recommend updating the CPU and RAM to support this, because you don't want to have anything delayed in the markets, especially if you're doing intraday trading. So that's the first thing I would recommend changing. The other thing is updating the chart update interval in milliseconds. So here's, if you go to global settings, you click general settings now, and we have a setting chart update interval in milliseconds. So you want to set this to 10 milliseconds. That's the lowest value that they allow, which is 1/10 of a second. You could probably get away with 100 milliseconds, which is a second, but I just want it to be the lowest level so I'm getting the most accurate results. And again, if your computer can't handle it, I would suggest upgrading to be able to handle this setting, as you want live data. And finally, you want to make sure that your charts are using the default settings set in global settings. So one way to check is if you go to chart settings, and if you go to display, you could see that this is chart update interval in milliseconds. 0 equals use global, which is the settings you set in global settings. So if it's set to 0, you are using those settings. If you want, let's say, a chart that's eating too much memory and CPU, you could potentially update this to be a different setting for a particular chart that you don't necessarily need to update often. But this is just one way you could verify that your chart is indeed using the chart update interval from global settings. That basically summarizes what I wanted to cover in this short video. I plan to make much more videos like this. If you like this video, I'd suggest you to subscribe. I plan to make much more videos specifically for Sierra Charts. I trade the markets daily as well, so you could follow me when I make live videos and talk about my strategy and how I trade the markets. Thanks for watching, and have a good rest of your day.